Tensions are rising between Russia and Ukraine after Ukraine invaded the Kursk region in Russia, which led Russia to declare a state of emergency. Ukraine is getting a backing for this invasion in Russia, primarily from the European Union, but of course from the United States as well. I'm going to start off with the European Union. The Commission spokesperson, one of the Commission spokesperson, Peter Stano, said that, quote, Ukraine is fighting a rightful defensive war based on international law. Ukraine has a right to defend itself, and this right to defend itself includes also hitting the enemy on his territory. One must highlight here the level of double standards and hypocrisy when it comes to their quotes, when it comes to Ukraine and how they defend Ukraine and the right to attack Russia inside Russian territory, while simultaneously having the same opposite position, not the same position, the opposite position when it comes to the Palestinians and Israel, which leads me to what I wanted to speak about in this video. We had the Israeli ambassador to Ukraine. He made a couple of statements very recently in which he elaborated on the situation between Israel and Ukraine and the support of Israel to Ukraine. Firstly, he said that with regards to Gaza, that, you know, the Israelis, and himself included, are merciful towards the people of Gaza, and they don't like to see any innocent civilian dying in Gaza. They have mercy on these people. Yes, he said that, the Israeli ambassador to Ukraine. But the more interesting thing he said was when it comes to the weapons and arming Ukraine, because Ukraine has been asking Israel for military support. To that he responded that they are already fighting Russia. Israel is already fighting Russia in the Middle East with its support for Iran, with its support for Hezbollah, and with their restrictions in the airspace of Syria. With the restrictions in the airspace of Syria, and he's justifying the lack of military support to Ukraine with the fact that they are facing Russia in the Middle East, with the recent deals that we had between Russia and other countries too that are hostile to Israel and the US. These statements are showing that Russia is indeed having more support for Iran and the resistance fronts to a large extent. However, Israel is still very wary when it comes to supporting Ukraine directly, because they know that if they go outright and support Ukraine militarily, they will face the wrath of Russia in the region, especially with their military presence. Now, that is something that might change if we see this attack being implemented with certain Russian weapons. We had a report that 2,600 missiles already arrived to Iran. The state wasn't mentioned, but it's most likely Russia, because we've had the Ilyushins flying to and from Iran multiple times, and with Sergei Shoigu visiting Iran multiple times to boost them and support them before their strike on Israel.